What's up everybody, welcome back to the channel. You join us on a little road trip report in the 2024 Volvo XC60 T6 Recharge, the one with the 3-layer battery pack and the faster onboard charger. Today we are heading to the Ardennes in Belgium. We got a drive of about 3 hours, in total 220 kilometers. And main purpose today is finding out how efficient this model year 24 T6 Recharge is when we simply put in the destination into the Google Maps system and let the car think what is the most efficient. Because these plug-in hybrids from Volvo, they can calculate for you or look ahead or think ahead how efficient they should be where. So for example, right now we are driving in full electric mode, but the car may think that on the highway it should shift to petrol to save a little bit of battery later for driving in a village and whatnot. So that's pretty interesting. And of course the usual road trip report as you are used to from me. So let's get driving. Folks, so we are on our way. We've driven almost 60 kilometers and the battery is about empty, so 0% state of charge. So all in all, we've driven about 60 kilometers on the highway, which is pretty okay considering the size of the car. It's a big heavy SUV with a petrol engine with a big battery in the floor of the car as well. 4 persons in it and lots of groceries and luggage and more. So I'm quite pleased with 60 kilometers. Now we still have about 2.5 hours of driving, 200 kilometers. It's quite busy on the road. It's a busy Friday afternoon, also bad weather, lots of rain. But yeah, so far so good. So let's see. Good morning everybody, you join me back in the XC60 on an early morning Saturday drive somewhere in the Ardennes on some rather fun roads. Now first of all, yesterday's efficiency during our drive here. In total we drove about 4 hours and 5 minutes, distance 275 kilometers, and the efficiency with that was 7.5 liters per 100 kilometers. Now that includes full usage of the battery, so currently I'm also driving with an empty battery, so we used that 18.8 kilowatt or a little bit less usable of course from this battery in the car, and then we continued on petrol mode. So 7.5, I'm having some mixed feelings about it, to be honest. On one hand I think it's nice to get 7.5 liters per 100 kilometers from a big heavy SUV like this car. We also had 4 persons on board and a lot of luggage. But then on the other hand, I'm thinking about that battery that also did a lot of work during yesterday's drive. We had about 60 full electric kilometers, and that of course helped the efficiency figure quite a lot to remain a bit low. So I kind of wonder what will happen if you drive this car a lot on petrol only. An interesting figure, but for now there you go, 7.5. Of course tomorrow when we are heading home I will also test this efficiency once again and kind of see where we will end up. But for now you join me in the 2024 Volvo XC60, which has some really nice upgrades. Volvo tries hard to keep this car up to date And yeah, if you ask me, it is quite successful. There are some, well, really nice things on this updated car. First of all, this one also has the Google infotainment system. Since model year 22 late or 23, all Volvos get the Google infotainment system. Now I tend to like that a lot. It's very intuitive, pretty quick often. Sometimes it is also a bit laggy. Now software isn't the only thing that is upgraded on the most recent XC60. Now also the drivetrain. This is a 2024, and that means that this T6 Recharge, also the T8 Recharge, well, they got some nice improvements. This one has the 3-layer battery pack. That means that you get 18.8 kilowatt of a battery in the car, which is quite big, and Volvo named that the updated 3-layer battery. Basically, I believe they were able to put more capacity in the same size of battery pack in the car, something like that. Anyway, usable of that is then about 16-ish kilowatt, which is quite a lot. Often on a daily drive you can take, well, you can get like 70 electric kilometers from it, and that of course is very nice for your commute. But then you are probably thinking, yeah, but then I need to charge my car and so on and so on. Well, good news, this one has the upgraded onboard charger, which means you get a 6.4 kilowatt charger. Well, times, let's say 3 hours is already 18 kilowatt. So that means that you can charge up this battery of the car in about 3 hours. And that enables you to get that extra electric drive out there during the day in the XC60. Now you are probably thinking, wow, that almost sounds like an electric SUV. And well, Volvo did some more party tricks to it to give you more of an electric experience in this car, because this one also has the one pedal driving mode capability. Basically, if you put your shifter into the B mode the car has, so we have the park, reverse, neutral, drive, and then this Volvo also has the B battery, I guess it stands for. But that is the regenerative driving mode. All in all, you can really drive really good with this one pedal driving mode, and you barely touch the braking pedal anymore. It is really intuitive and I really enjoy it a lot. Now the car I am driving today is an XC60 T6 Recharge, the PHEV Ultimate Bright. So on the outside we have 21-inch wheels, really nice ones. The color is platinum gray, fits the car really well, and up here, yeah, basically every option is ticked. Think of it, and this car has it. Of course, be realistic. But yeah, massage seats, yep, got them. Ventilated seats, got them. 4C air suspension, yep, also on board. And as you can see, this is just a very, well, luxurious spec. We also got the Bowers & Wilkins, so I've been rocking some nice music in here as well. I mean, this car is just a lovely place to be in. And I also hear that back from other people around me, friends, who also have seen this car, and they all say that car is just such a nice car. The XC60, you know, it's a real, well, family friend. Everybody tends to like this car a lot, and for good reasons. It just brings so many joyful things, comfortable things, safe things on board. It's nice to see. I mean, it's a Volvo, it's Swedish design. A bit of a timeless one is the XC60 as well, especially thanks to this update it now also has, or the facelift it got, late model year 22, I believe. Yeah, it's just a really nice place to be in. Now that comes at a cost, because I spec this car on the online Volvo car configurator, and it will set you back about 95,000 euros for a PHEV Volvo. Yeah, that is a lot of money. And for that money you can also get things nowadays like an Polestar 3 or a Volvo EX90. So yeah, it's an interesting price point. And of course the EVs are getting like these extra incentives and whatnot, right? But yeah, still, it's a lot of money considering the car. Now, before I get carried away a little bit too much, I'm gonna enjoy the roads out here. It's getting quite pretty here with the fall setting in as well. Some really nice colors here in nature now. So yeah, cars and power. I already feel the 4C air suspension being a bit more firm, also lowering the car a little bit. So for now I'm gonna head on, and I see you guys tomorrow during the drive back home, and let's see what efficiency will do then, because I am kind of afraid I cannot charge the battery anywhere anytime soon. So see you tomorrow. Alright folks, we are on our way home. Today's drive about 2.5 hours, 240 kilometers, and the car is currently indicating we are on the most efficient route back home, and it does so by this little leaf over here in the Google Maps system, basically telling you are currently driving the most efficient way. So conditions are kind of the same today, also a bit rainy, probably less traffic, so that's good of course for the efficiency of the car. Though the battery is empty, so we will be driving with a full car and an empty battery back home, so efficiency will probably be not that great. But we'll see. For now, let's go. Alright folks, we are almost home, so some efficiency figures for you. We have driven 255 kilometers, 2.5 hours, average speed 102 kilometers an hour, and the efficiency or consumption with that is 7.5 liters per 100 kilometers. So that is actually kind of the same as our way to the Ardennes, and then we also had the full battery with the 60 full electric kilometers on it. So I'm quite surprised. I was not expecting 7.5 liters from, well, mostly driving with the petrol engine on the highway, of course. So yeah, that is quite impressive. It's a 2-liter 4-cylinder turbocharged engine, as well most of you will probably know. But yeah, that shows once again that Volvo, well, is pretty good in making some efficient engines. Now besides that, I drove with the one pedal mode on. Basically the mode I like the most, and yeah, I think that is it. Conclusions: if you can daily this car with the electric motor, then you have a perfect electric vehicle, more or less. If you can charge at home, at your work, especially with this 6.4 kilowatt onboard charger, then yeah, you can drive a lot on full electric mode. But then if you need to go a bit further with an empty battery even, then the car is still pretty efficient considering the size, the weight of this car. Yeah, 7.5 is just really good. So that being said, I thank you a lot for watching. If you have any comments or questions, leave them down below in the comments and I'll get back to you. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up and also subscribe to the channel. We are on our way to 10,000 subscribers, so please subscribe. Thank you very much. And as always, I see you in a brand new video next week. Bye bye.